So just to develop one simple web-based application. That means what is web-based? We have a browser. We have a browser. We have a server, a Java side. Okay, we'll hit one API that should return some response. Okay, what is that API? I want to log in my Facebook account. Okay, just how to log in? You will go browser, click on Facebook. There is login symbol is there. Maybe login button is there. Click on that. You will get some login page. Okay, this is the request I'm giving. /login URL is a /login. It is returning back as a response with some page. What is that page? That page contains username. That case contain password, and last one is a submit button. Right? Here, what we are doing here, are you writing main class? Are writing main method and doing some logic, writing some logic, taking scanner class, asking user input? No, we are asking the browser. We are asking the browser, please give a login page to me. I can log in my corresponding Facebook account. Okay, just see the browser. Yes, I'm writing simple one thing. Yes, I typed it facebook.com. What is written? After typing that, some request, some URL here in the browser, I got some page. So internally, what is happening? What happened? Okay, again see, I'm going to click on create new account. Okay, create new account. After that, what it will return? It will return some registration form. Check this. I got some registration form. So what is happening internally? After clicking on this button, some links, maybe now I'm clicking the forgot password. I got some page. So what is happening? See here, some URL is sitting at browser level. So after clicking on that forgot password, forgot account, whatever, it is changing the URL. It is going to somewhere. Going to where? Facebook website. There is login URL. There is some sub URL called identify. Okay, for that there is some input going. What is input here? We recover. Okay, recover the ID. So I will tell what is the question mark, what is this key value, okay, what is this unsymbol, what is the purpose. I will tell you one by one. So we also develop one simple web page. Okay, we'll get some response as a page. Okay, so final thing is to understand here, we are hitting something from the browser, we are getting some data as a response. In terms of browser, it is a response as a page. Okay, now we'll go and see in Servlet. For this, to develop this kind of applications, web-based applications, we have to use some web-based. What are those web-based technologies? What are those? We have a Servlet, JSP, advanced ones are Spring Boot, microservices. These are server-side web-based technologies. Okay. Not only this, we have many. In Java, these are, if you go some different languages, we have .NET, PHP, C#. Okay. There are many technologies like this to develop web-based application. What is web-based application? There is one application running on server. Any server, there are different servers we have. Okay. Here Facebook is running. I'm hitting one URL, login. So it will go to Facebook page. Okay. In the Facebook page, we configure when that user click on this URL, particular login URL, we have to return this page. We'll configure that like that. So that response we got to browser. Okay, like that, this kind of applications, client to server. This is a client, this is a server. Client to server architecture will go for the some web-based technologies to develop that. What are those web-based technologies I told? Serverless, JSP, Spring Boot, with microservices in Java side. Okay. So we are in basic level servlet right now. Next we'll go for Spring or Spring Boot. In the servlet, what we do? Okay. We'll try to develop some simple web pages, and then we'll go for Spring. Why is Spring required? Already we have servlet. Why is Spring is required? That we'll discuss. Okay. Servlet is basically servlet is interface. Servlet is interface. What is interface? Have some requirements. Okay. There are different vendors also implemented for this. Implemented classes. Okay. So what servlets do? Servlet is a server-side component to give dynamic response to the client. Okay, to give dynamic response to the client. So after clicking on that Facebook, I'll give valid username and password. What it will give? The corresponding user specific details. It will be written back. If I log in with my account details will come back. If you log in with your account details will be come back. So it is dynamic based on the user login. The data is coming to the back. That is dynamic. What is static means? Static means already told. In the world wide, any people access that application, that will give same content. Okay, that will give same content. That is called static web pages. Dynamic means based on the user, based on this rule, the data is differs. Okay, let's see first servlet, how it will be work, how to create our own servlet, how to create our own web-based application. Simple. Okay, there are different things we have to learn about to develop web-based applications in terms of servlet. In first one is servlet. Okay, servlet is an interface. Next one is generic servlet. Okay, generic servlet. Last one is HTTP servlet. Learning these three are fine to develop simple web pages. Okay, fine. So in that example, Facebook I told whatever, that is built on maybe different technology. Okay, in the case of we use Java to develop the application. So first we think how the server will work. How the server will work. Okay, how application has to be deployed in the server. Example, so as we are developer. Okay, developers, what we do? Developers basically develop a project. Okay, developer will be develop a project. I develop one project. Okay, maybe Facebook. Okay, in that there are multiple Java class files. This is different packages, I can say. Package 1. Okay, package 2. Like that, we have multiple. So all these classes will directly it will automatically work. How it will be? So once we write in a code, how to make it as a runnable. Okay, how to access that application through one server, maybe one client. Okay, how it will work? So once we written code, we have to build into one var file. What is var file? Web archive file. Okay, that var file we have to deploy into some servers. Okay, deploy into one server. So after deploying one server, this code var file go and sit in server. So that means then server will be responsible to give response to the clients. Okay, now maybe this server IP address is some random number I'm taking. This server IP address is this number. Now I want to access this application. Is this enough? Is this enough to access? HTTPS : // okay. Now I am going to access from the browser this server. It will be fine? No, because This server may contain different applications like Facebook, like Instagram, okay, like WhatsApp. Different applications may be run. Okay, some banking applications. Different applications will be run in one server. Okay, in one server we can deploy multiple applications, not only one. Okay, how to recognize our server? Okay, how to recognize our server running in, maybe our application running in server. Okay, I want to access FB, Facebook. How to that? There is something called Facebook. Okay, before that, this is the one server. Okay, where server is installed in one system. Okay, this is one hard disk, one system. In that we install server. Okay, this is one system. We install one server. This server, how it will run? Some port number is there, maybe 8080 example. Okay, in one system there is multiple servers. Example, this is server 1, this is server 2. Okay, server 1, server 2. Server 1 running in 8080, server 2 running in a 9090. Okay, in server 1 FB is there, Facebook is there, Instagram is there, WhatsApp is there. Server 2 online SBI is there, Axis Bank server is there, Axis Bank application is there, different application deployed. Okay, up to now is fine. What is the next one? I want to access the particular Facebook. How to access? First, go to IP address. IP address specific to that instance. Okay, that hard disk may be instance system. Then we have to know in which server it is running. Each server will run different port. We have to know port number. This is server 1, so make it 8080. Then each application has some URL, unique URL. This is /FB, this is /Insta, this is /WhatsApp. Okay, we are taking FB, Facebook. Now what I have to, what I want here, I want login page. So give login page. Like this will be, URL will be constructed. Okay, now if I hit same thing in the from browser URL, what will happen? HTTPS is a protocol. Okay, this is secure protocol to transfer request from client to server. Next one is IP address. This IP address, based on this IP address, it will go and search in the entire world where the specific instance will be available. Okay, with one IP address, only one instance is possible in the world. Example, to know your IP, your system IP, what you do? Go to browser, enter my IP. Okay, this is your IP address. This is unique queue for your IP, your system. In the entire world, you only have this number. With this number, no one can have the IP address. Okay, with this IP address only, maybe someone can want to track your system, your location, they can track. Okay, now we know IP address, so it will go corresponding instance. Okay, this is a IP address related to this mission. Okay, it will go here. In that, there are multiple servers running, server 1, server 2. Okay, multiple servers are running. Now, which server I want to go? I am giving 8080. Which 8080, which port number? With 8080 port number, which server running? Server 1. Okay, go to hit the server 1. In that, which application? I am giving the URL, Facebook. With the Facebook, what is the URL here? It is a FB here. So, it will hit this application. In this application, which URL? Specific to login. Okay, like that, the browser will go to the corresponding instance, corresponding server, corresponding application, get the data. Okay, this URL is unique in the entire world. No application can have same URL. Okay, example, this Facebook URL is FB, this Instagram URL also FB. It will throw error because only one URL allowed for one application, base URL. Okay, so this is only basic. And if we talk more on that, my intention is to tell about server. What is server? Server is a component. It is built on different languages. Okay, server also built on different languages that serves the response for the any request. If you give any user request, that will give the response. Okay, so what servers we have in the market? To run Java applications, we have like Tomcat, simple and famous Tomcat server. Next one is JBoss, WebLogic, WebSphere. Like that, we have many servers. Okay, in this class, we'll go for Tomcat, simple one. Okay, so what is a server? Server is a component application. It will give response for the any request. Okay. Okay, we'll go for serverless concept again. Again, I'll come back to server later. So what to implement one simple web-based application, we need this kind of, we need to learn these are 3 minimum things in the serverless side. Okay, what is servlet? It is interface. It is a interface which has some abstract method. Okay, which has some abstract methods. Already we know about interface. Okay, abstract methods. So what is the basic purpose? Why we need to go for only servlet? So servlet, the life cycle of servlet will be managed by server. Okay, any server. What is life cycle? I will go later. So in the servlet, we have multiple abstract methods. What are those? We'll discuss one by one. We'll take a simple class. Okay, we'll take a simple class here. Just create one servlet object, servlet project. Okay, creation of normal Java project different, creation of servlet project different. Web-based applications, not only servlet. Okay, so to create normal Java project, how will we create? Go here, create a project, here select simple Java project. Okay, but to create web-based application project, we have to go with the dynamic web project. Okay, dynamic web project is not available. Okay, you have to go maybe directly in Eclipse or STS. Sometimes this option not available. Okay, remember please, this option not available for the some IDs. This option not available, then go to here, browser, just enter dynamic web project in STS. Okay, there are some links, some suggestions given. Just follow this. Okay, just try this. Just try this part. Follow the steps. Okay, then the corresponding dynamic web project will become as a plugin. Okay, in the STS tool, dynamic web project facility is removed, so we have to install a plugin manually. What they are saying, see that, click on help. Where is help? Here. Okay, install new software. Okay, click on help, install new software. Go to this link, copy this and paste here. Okay, it will ask something to install. It is fetching data from the website, from the link. To take, okay, just check all these things and install. Okay, check this all the options and go for next install. Okay, just try this. If it not, we'll check tomorrow. Okay, just I'm going to create one simple project, dynamic web project. Yesterday I installed, so I got this option. I'm giving simple project name, first servlet. Okay, first servlet version 3 or I'm giving 2.5 better. Then next go to, it will created first servlet here. This is a structure. It is somewhat different than Java. Below is Java structure, Java project. Above one is a dynamic web project. Okay, here the folders are different. In the SIC we have a src main Java web app also. In web app we have different folders, web enough. Okay, this lib folder web.xml file. Okay, we have to discuss more on that web.xml file. What is the purpose? How to use this? Okay, let's go for this. Servlet. I'm creating simple servlet class. Servlet package name, I'm giving some test one. Class name I'm giving emp servlet. Next, here I'm taking super class. Okay, fine. Next, finish. This is the ways to create simple servlet class. Okay. Instead of that, I'll take implements keyword with the servlet. So servlet is not coming. So what is the reason? What is the reason? To make it to work with Servlet API, we have to download one jar file. We have downloaded one jar file. What is that? Servlet -API .jar file. How to download that? Go to Google. This I'm giving same Servlet API download. Okay, just I'm click on that download. It will become a zip file. So JDB is also very same. We download some jar file and put into class path. Same thing here. Okay, download compress Servlet API. Just extract this. There is a jar file. Take this, putting into maybe download directly. I'm putting here. Then go to our code, Eclipse IDE. How to add the jar file into a project? We have to use the right click, build path, config build path. Okay, just add jar files, add external jar files. Go to downloads. Here type Servlet API. Okay, it is added. And also I'm changing the GRE system. Instead of 1.5, I'll take 1.8. Just remove this, add library. Add library and go to GRE system library. Take GRE, okay? Install GRE. This one, okay, fine. Okay, I taken the GRE, it's fine. I added Servlet. Now come here and type Servlet. Now it came right. Okay, in this Servlet, what we have to do? I told in the Servlet interface, this is interface, have some abstract methods. What are the abstract methods? These are the abstract methods are there in the Servlet interface. Just read one by one. So what are the abstract methods are there? These are abstract methods in the Servlet interface. Describe method, get Servlet config, get Servlet info. Okay, init method, service method. Okay, these are 5 abstract methods are there in the Servlet interface. Knowing all these 5 methods functionality is the learning of Servlet. Okay, my first one is init, second one is destroy, third one is okay. Second one I'll take service method, init service destroy. Next, I'm going for the get servlet config, get servlet info. Okay, this order we are going to learn. That's why I'm just arranging. Okay, so whenever in Java application we are working on that, whenever we are going to work with Java applications, who is creating object for our class? Respond, please. I have a class A. In the class A, there is one method M1. How to call this M1 method? Any idea? How to call M1 method?
By creating object.
But we have to create the object, we have to call that method. So just you are saying we have to create an object. That means developers is creating the object, right? So here we are creating object, we are calling that method. That means we are responsible to create that object and calling that method. But in the case of servlet, the container only, the container servlet server, okay, servlet or server, servlet container only responsible to create object and call the above services, above methods. Okay, and also finally the container only responsible to remove the objects. Okay, and remove the objects also responsible by container only. That means just we are implementing these methods. Just we are implementing, we are writing code, but calling these methods will be responsible by servlet container. Okay, so there is some third-party component is responsible to create the object, to call these methods, okay, and to destroy the object. Okay, first we'll discuss about, I'm telling, to create object. Okay, to create object, servlet container create object by using maybe new keyword. Okay, we have to use new keyword definitely. After that, immediately it will call init method. Init method. Okay, this is the first step. Up to here, object created. Which object? Servlet object created and initialized. Why we need to call init method? Init method may be responsible to initialize the values by using dynamic data. Okay, so example, in our class we have a in general, I'm saying in our class we have a static block or instance block. So static block, what is the purpose? It will execute at class loading time. Okay, it will execute class loading time and it will perform some installation logic. Same here, creation of object doing by servlet container. After creating the object, immediately it will call init method. Init method for to initialize the corresponding object with the dynamic values. Okay, and so next step is calling the method. Okay, even in the down I told we are calling the M1 method after creation, but here calling the method or service doing by container only. Who is the container? Servlet container. servlet container. Okay, which method it will call? To provide service, it will call service method. Okay, what is service method? Here this syntax: public void service. There is some parameters: servlet request, servlet response. What is servlet request, servlet response? We'll see later. Okay, now we saw that service method, init method. What is destroy method? After creation of objects at a certain point of time, basically in the Java, JVM is responsible to create, to destroy. In the servlet, just before destroy, the servlet object, container will call destroy method. Okay, it will call destroy method. What is syntax for this? Public void destroy. Okay, so now tell me when the init method will be called, when the service method will call, when the destroy method will call. So init method will be called whenever object is created, immediately servlet container will call init method. It is only once. It is only once per object. Okay, but service method will call for every request. Destroy method will call only once per object. Okay, because we'll create object once, we'll destroy object once, but we'll call that method multiple times. Okay, for every request, it will call service method. Okay, we'll see examples, then you can understand easily. And remain, there are two methods, the helper methods: get servlet config, get servlet info. Maybe this one, get servlet info method. This method is represent our servlet information. What is the servlet information? We can write anything in that method. It should be written as string. Example, this servlet basically returns the employee login data. Like that I want to return. So we can use this method. Okay, this is simple method, helper method. Next one is get servlet config. What is get servlet config? This is for to maintain servlet specific data. To maintain or to store servlet specific data. Okay, then fine. So whatever I told here, for every request, okay, for every request from the browser, there is a server that will return a response. Okay, here how it will return response? Based on the URL, the corresponding logic will be executed that return a response. Okay, so if we trigger that login page, if I ask login URL, there is some piece of code will be executed at backend that will return the corresponding response. Okay, how to map this URL to correspond this block, this code? That is servlet mapping. Okay, next we are going to see about servlet mapping. Okay, servlet mapping. To map servlet code to corresponding URL, we have to use some tags. Okay, what are the tags? This is not Java tags. This is like simply XML web declaration, but is servlet hyphen class or servlet hyphen name. Servlet hyphen name. Okay, open tag, close tag, same as HTML. 1 second, I'm checking that servlet mappings. Here servlet hyphen URL. 1 second, I'm checking. I don't remember exactly. So it is servlet tag. Okay, in that we have a servlet hyphen name. Okay, it is ends with servlet hyphen name. Okay, then we have to write a servlet class. What class we are implemented for this URL mapping? Our class name will write maybe employee servlet. Okay, servlet hyphen class. So immediately we have to close this servlet tag. So in the XML language, every open tag there is a close tag almost. Okay, next one is servlet hyphen mapping. Here servlet hyphen mapping. So in that mapping, same servlet hyphen name is common. Okay, servlet hyphen name is common. Next one is URL pattern. So which URL has to map this class? URL pattern. Okay, listen clearly. We are going to develop a simple web application. It is more interesting. So servlet hyphen name I'm giving emp ser. Okay, same name I have to give here because servlet name should be common in the mapping side. And class name is emp servlet. Okay, here URL pattern is login. If I ask login, it should be written a login page. Okay, this is a simple URL pattern mapping. Okay, so where we configure this, we have to configure URL mapping in the web.xml file. Okay, web.xml file. Where is that? See that next structure where we have in the first servlet in the SRC resources test1. In this not there, go to build nothing is there. Go to SRC main Java is test1 is there and go to web app. It is web.inf. In the web.inf there is a web.xml file. Open this. It has some data. Already we have some data. Okay, just remove this is unwanted content. So whatever I didn't written here, servlet tags, all is there here. See example given. So we have a servlet description not required. We can write ignore. Okay, display name not required. Okay, on servlet hyphen name, it is I am giving emp ser. Any name we can give, but should be same as a line number 10 also. Okay. Next, servlet class. Servlet class test1 package employee servlet is same, is correct. Okay, URL is I'm giving login. Okay, empsr not factor spelling. Okay, emp Showing error. 1 second. Okay, display name not required. Close this. All this is not required. The description also not required. So display name not required. Okay, this is name is same, fine. Here URL pattern I'm giving login. Okay, up to here fine. I don't know this why error is showing here. Not much important. So field identity constraint, but this element does not have any simple type. Okay, that's not a problem. So we configure simple page. So in the destroy method, it will call by container. So still I had to implement. Okay, I have to implement this. I'm writing this is a destroy method. This is destroy method. Okay, this is destroy method. Next one is servlet config. I'm written null, not required much now for now. And get servlet info. Okay, get servlet info. I'm written simple. This is example. Init method. I'm not writing anything. Just I'm writing an SOP. Okay, in the service is the important one because every request it will be called service method. So here just I'm returning some data for now. How to return the request object? What is request object? Whenever we send any request from the browser, let's say I enter this URL. This is one request. This request data, like what is the URL in the request, what data you are sending, input data, okay, type of the request, all these things it will store. Okay, here I'm taking request object here, servlet request, and response object is a response. So what is response object? Whatever data we are returning back is the page. That page contains what? There is some URLs it has, some files it has to download. Okay, some content, simple content has. These things return back in a servlet response. Okay, so in that first thing is to get data from the request. We want to return some simple data. First, we have to take a response object of print, call that method called get writer. Okay, if we want to write something in the response, that we have taken the get writer. What is written back? See this writer object. Okay, just take this variable as a out. Any variable not to find. You can take anything. Next, I want to print here out dot. Okay, just out dot. There is some methods append is fine to write some data. You can use this. Others like we can have some different methods. Println. I'm taking a string type here. Welcome to my page, my website. Okay, I should not take directly like this. Okay, because we are returning as a response as a. Where is the service method? Down. Okay, welcome to website. Whatever that response, it will come. If we are writing here, that will go to browser. So to display the browser, some content we have to use some HTML tags. Yesterday we saw right HTML tags. Those tags we have to write. Okay, I'm writing here simply H1. Okay, H1, close H1. Now it will be display the content as a big header. Okay, fine. This is the simple servlet I written for now. I'm mapping this URL as a welcome, not login. Welcome, okay. So if I hit welcome URL, by default, it should trigger this method. Here I'm writing some SOP. Okay, some SOP. This is a service method. This is a service method. So the code is completed on my side. Okay, code is completed. this error, why it is coming? Okay, anyway, we'll try this. So code is completed. When I built one first servlet, the servlet give response back as a just welcome to my website. Okay, welcome to my website. This code is completed. So next step is what I told here. Once the code is completed, I have to build into var file. How to build into var file? In Eclipse, click on the project. See, next step I'm telling, after code completion, the project, we have to build into, we cannot deploy individual files like take a web.xml, take employee servlet, take this all these folders, okay, deploy in server, that's not possible. We have to deploy in a single file. How to make the project in a single file? Export var file. I'm giving as a first servlet. Where to save? I'm giving my maybe okay desktop. I'll give for now. Okay, I'm storing this, saving this. It is done. Now go to desktop and see there is a one var file type. First servlet. Okay, this we need to deploy into one external server. This is the server part. What are the different servers we have? I told Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, and JSphere. In the classroom training, we'll go for Tomcat. Okay, now we are going to install Tomcat in our server. Okay, how to install Tomcat? How to install Tomcat in Windows. Okay, go to browser again, same, download Tomcat. Okay, here we have different ones. Windows 64-bit. Which version this is? 9.0.7. This is 9.0.7. There are multiple versions we have. 9, 10, 10.1, 11 also. We'll go for 9 is fine for now. Okay, sorry, I have to click on the installer. Even both are fine. Zip file or installer. Okay, it is downloaded. Okay, it is downloaded. Just open that installer. Tomcat. Go to location. It is open this. Next, nothing configuration here. Next, but see the post manager examples. Okay. Just see the steps here. What is the port I given? By default coming as a 8080. That means our application will run as a port number 8080. If we want to change this part, we can change now. Okay, I'm giving default one, or else I'll go for 2022. 2022. Tomcat 9, it is fine. Username I'm giving Tomcat. Okay, just remember this Tomcat. Next, 1 minute. So just now I installed Tomcat. So where it install? It will install in the program files. Go to program files. There is one thing, Apache, something like that. So see here, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 9. Continue. Okay. In that we have a Tomcat installation folder. Okay, here Tomcat is installed. Okay. Next, go for bin folder. Here we have two files mainly. What are those? Tomcat 9 to start our server. Tomcat 9 to start our server. We can use this. Click on this. It will run Tomcat. See this here. You can see something like this, 2022, port number started. 2022. Yeah, this is the port number given. In this port number is started. Okay. Now started. Okay. How to stop? Just click on Control C. It will stop. Okay. This is a way of stopping and starting the Tomcat server. Okay. So what I'm saying, my code is completed and built into one var file. Now I want to deploy the application to corresponding server. How to deploy? There are multiple ways. Okay. There are how to deploy. I'm telling how to deploy into Tomcat. Okay. How to deploy? Just copy var file and go to maybe here one folder is there. I'll tell the folder name. It is web apps. Inside web apps, root not required. Inside web apps, we have to place this folder. Okay. Check this. Go to the folder and paste. Okay, and paste. I'll give more points again after deploying. Copy this. Paste here. Web apps folder. Okay. Now go to that again, Tomcat folder, bin, start the server. Start the server. Okay, it is started. It is saying started. Now go to browser. What is our IP address? Localhost. Or local system, right? Localhost. Port number I given 2022. Slash. What is the URL I given? Before the URL, I have to have the project name. Or the project name, what is that? Go to web apps. It is extract automatically. Same folder name is a or file name is a project name. Next, what is the URL pattern I given? How to check this? Go to HTML, see the URL /welcome. Okay, enter. You should return some data. Okay, you got a welcome to my website. Okay, now it is clear. And now up to now it is clear. Okay, we developed one simple application. Okay, we deploy that server. I also installed the Tomcat server. Okay, we saw the output. Up to here, fine, right? Next, I'm adding one more new feature here. I want here one thing to add. Click here. I want here one thing. Click here. One link, hyperlink. Okay, after clicking on this, you should go to different website. I have my own website. I'll show directly here. I want to open. Okay, this is my website. I want to go to this page whenever I click on the click here. Okay, like that I want to write a code. How to write? Now we are going to do the changes for that. In the code, wherever we printed welcome to my website, in the down we will add something. Click here. Okay, where we added here? Here we added welcome to my website. Now we add one more line. Better to add break because it will come in next line. Br command I told, br tag. Here I want to write something after h1, or I'll take h3 instead of h1. Okay, the content is click here. Click here. We have to make this click here as a one hyperlink, not directly page. What is link between the page content and link? It is not clickable. Okay, This is only content. To make clickable, we have to write some tags that are already told. href equal to where to go to that page. www. Okay, I'll take the URL. I'll copy this here. Copy this and paste. Okay. Close the anchor tag. A means anchor tag. Okay, now it is the code. But print that welcome to my website like this. Immediately, next line I want one link to click the data. So after clicking on the click here, I'll make it as a visit my website. After clicking on that, it will go to this page. Okay, like that I written code. Let's see it will work or not first. How to deploy our code? Whenever we do small changes, again we have to build the code into jar file or var file. Sorry, not a jar file, it is a var file only. Build that code. How to build? Go to click on export, var file, select the destination. I am giving same location. It is desktop. Okay, I'm giving name as a second servlet. Save this, finish. Okay, better to stop server, not mandatory, better to stop server. Go to that location, copy the file. Okay, and go to web apps folder, Tomcat web apps folder, delete old code, paste new one. Okay, this is second servlet. This has two lines. First one is welcome to my website. Second one is visit my website. That is a link format. Now start the application again. Go to bin, Tomcat. Started. See the output, server startup. Now go to browser. Click on same link. Review 4, not 4. Why it is? Okay, it is second servlet, right? Project name. See here, go to Tomcat web apps. Project name is second servlet, not first. Okay, replace this. Welcome. Wait, something it is okay. We got a welcome to my website. Again, there is a new link. Visit my website. If I click on this, where to go this? This page has to be open. Okay, click on this. I got my page after clicking. Okay, this is way of developing simple web pages. So we know how to develop simple web pages right now, and tomorrow we'll see some somewhat bigger application, and also we'll cover that generic servlet and HTTP servlet. Right now we use only servlet interface, this one. Okay, so apart from that, using servlet interface, there is any other way. We have a generic servlet and HTTP servlet. Indirectly, generic servlet is implementing servlet interface only, but we have better to use the generic servlet. That I'll discuss tomorrow. So, and also tomorrow we'll cover some new points. Okay, some new points. Or else, like, we'll do some simple project. What is the project? So project name is simple employee management or student management. Student management. Okay, in that what we do? We have one login page. Okay, we have one login page. Username, password, and submit button. Once you click a submit, it will go to server. It will validate the data. Validate credentials, and return response as a login page. Someone has a new user, new student, will provide register here. Okay, register link will provide. If you click on that link, it will go to server. It will return as a one page, one big page. That is a form. How to fill your first name, last name, okay, gender, place, address. Finally, we'll give one submit button. After clicking the submit button, it will go here and respond back as a registered successfully. Register successfully. This is first task. Second task. Third task is we'll provide one more link here. View all student. View all student. That means up to now, how many students are registered? All those details, maybe all the students' first details, maybe first name details, last name details, submit button. Sorry, not submit button. This is like what is that? Gender, some location details. All these things will get and will show in one tabular format. This is simple project we'll do tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow times I'll confirm in the chat. Maybe I'll give in the WhatsApp. I'll confirm. Okay. It will take some time. Tomorrow we'll connect. Maybe morning or afternoon or both. Depends on my availability. So don't go anywhere. Don't plan.